Italian motorsports history is rich with stories, some good and some bad. Italy even has some IndyCar stories, but most of these aren't that successful. They may not be on par with the story of Ferrari, but that doesn't mean they deserve to be forgotten. Today, we talk about Guido Dacco. Welcome back to All IndyCar, the motorsports history show looking at the most interesting stories in American open-wheel racing. Guido Dacco was born in the suburbs of Milan on September 10th, 1947. He actually began his career in motorcycles starting in 1969, where we don't have much information to go off of. What we do know is that Guido Dacco began his car racing career in 1975. This came in the European F3 series, where he scored no points in his Ford-powered Brabham. He scored only 2 points in the Italian F3 series the same year. He continued to struggle in the Euro and Italian F3 series throughout the end of the decade. Despite his struggles in F3 machinery, he would still move up to the Aurora F1 series in 1980. He would race one time in the series where he didn't do well. A few races in F2 were also bad this season, along with more disappointment in F3. He would find no success in racing until 1984, 9 years after beginning his racing career when he got his first podium in the World Endurance Championship. We would go back to the status quo for 1985, but things changed the next year. For 1986, Guido Dacco would race an International F3000 for the year, despite not really having the qualifications to race in the series at all. 5 DNQs and a best finish of 14th followed for this season. The same could be said about the next season in F3000, where he failed to qualify in every attempt. Seeing the writing on the wall, he left Europe this time and began racing in the American Racing Series, the tadpole version of the Indy Lights series that we all know and love. He would make 2 starts in the series, both at Miami in 1986 and 1987, where he finished 7th and 6th in both races. He would go full-time in the series in 1988, where he had a mixed bag of a year. In the first half of the year, he brought home 6 straight top 10s and even a podium at Toronto. The second half of the year, on the other hand, was pretty terrible. 4 DNFs and a missed round at Road America dropped this season's quality quite significantly. This would end up being his last year in the American Racing Series, as from this point on, he would move to kart. 1989 would see Guido Dacco race close to full-time in the series, making starts with Dale Coyne, ATEC, and Euro Motorsports. It would be his only real shot in IndyCar, and it didn't go well. In the 12 races he ran, he would DNF in half of them and score a best finish of 12th. He also failed to qualify at Indianapolis and the Meadowlands. The next year was also pretty bad, as he once again failed to qualify at Indianapolis and DNF'd in 2 of the 6 races he ran. He would attempt only 6 more races after this season, where he was bumped from the field at Indy for the 3rd time. His final IndyCar start came at Nazareth in 1992, where he DNF'd for the 12th time in his IndyCar career. He would continue to race in various GT series where he found little success, which led to his retirement from motorsports in 1996. He was still involved with motorsports, being a team manager in FIA GT1 competition. This was until July 26, 2006, where Guido unfortunately passed away from an undisclosed illness.